So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again, North London Derby preview. Make sure you are smashing the like buttons, sharing the content around. And Henry, how are you, mate? You confident? Are you confident?
Yeah, of course, mate. Yeah, we normally beat you lot. no, I'll be real. Am I confident? No, I'm not, to be honest. You know, you're where you are. I said to you and Troops earlier, you're where you are for a reason. You're playing the best football in the league. It pains me to say you've been the best team to watch against the top 6 teams. You've beaten Chelsea, Liverpool, and us. You know, the only one that you haven't beaten so far is United. And let's be real, that game you're probably the better team as well. So, am I nervous? Yeah, I'm shitting myself. But yeah. Listen, what will be will be. Question is, are you nervous?
Nope. I don't really get nervous for Tottenham. Like I'm not even trying to mug you off. I don't really get nervous for Tottenham. Like, yeah, it's nice to beat you, but I said before, I don't see you as rivals, mate. So yeah, it's a big game in terms of logistics, and that's it. Like, that's it. Like, we don't normally beat you at your ground. One win, I think, in 16 years. But I still don't think we're going to beat you, if I'm honest. But I don't get nervous. Like, it's just Tottenham, isn't it? Oh, it's just, you know, like, you got little brother. Like, it's just, okay, away. You're the little brother. You're not involved with big talk over here. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're having a meeting over it. Go away. Like, one of them ones. Like, I ain't really too worried about you, if I'm honest. But I do
not think that you could, like, if you slip up. Well, that's the question, really. If you lose to us and City win, because like we said this earlier on my channel, right? Within the space of 2 or 3 games, you could be 8 points, 11 points clear, or you could be second. You know, the next couple of, I'd say the next 3 to 4 games for Man City, Man United, Tottenham, and Arsenal were all critical because we're all playing each other.
Yeah.
You know, you play. We've got Man City twice in the next 4 games, and you lot. You've got to play Man City soon in the cup and the league. You've got to play us Sunday. So I think, you know, it's going to be off a hell of a game. Like, for me, it's the best game in the Premier League. Has the most action. It's the best derby. Manchester derby is not. I don't feel like the passion in the Manchester derby is in the same as the North London derby.
It's definitely the best derby, 100%. Yeah, that ain't even debatable. 100% it's the best derby. Like, unless you've been to one or fucking get it, like, people just dismiss it. Oh yeah, it's not the best derby. Okay, mate. Yeah, it is the best derby. It is 100%. Like, there's always drama, man. Always drama.
Red
always
cards,
goals,
VAR, penalties.
Yeah, it's mad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. 100%. I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, I don't think we'll beat you. And I just don't know why. I don't even know why, because really we should spank you. But I don't know. Like, I'm just going to sit on the fence with a 2-2, bruv. I've said that all day. Like, I genuinely don't think. I've said it all week, actually. I said it from last weekend. I just don't think we'll win. And
do you think like this could like give a kind of not inject like power into our season, but if we did beat you lot, do you think we could go in and then beat City afterwards? Or is that asking too much? Because let's be honest, our record against Man City is actually relatively strong. Like, we did double over them last year, winning 3-2 at Etihad. And to score 3 goals at Etihad is like unheard of. Like, no one does that.
Yeah, you are their bogey team, aren't you? You and Southampton are the bogey team for City, really, and Wolves. Yeah, Wolves always do all right against City, but I don't know. Like, the thing is, like, we looked at the league table earlier. If you beat excuse me. If you beat us and you beat City, yeah, then bro, all of a sudden, yeah, sorry, if you beat us and then beat Man United, fucking hell. Rah, the Matrix has got me. The air follicle. If you win your next 2 games, you all of a sudden you could be right back in top 4 again. So it's a big incentive for you, and you're not a million miles away from Man City themselves. Like,
that's the thing. Like,
let's be real.
That's the thing with looking at how bad our performances have been on a results purpose. we're actually not doing that bad. You know, we're through to the last 16
You're
of the Champions
six
League.
points behind City, bro. Yeah, they got
and you look at our squad, Harry. But that's the thing. This is what people don't see on the outside. They look in and go, do you know what? It's not that bad at Tottenham. We're 5th in the league. We're in the last 16 of the Champions League, right? We're in the next round of the FA Cup. But then when you actually dig deeper, you think, right, Harry Kane is linked to the move left, right, and centre. We haven't got a good win back in our squad. We've got no centre backs besides Romero. We've got zero creativity in our team. You know, Son's only scored in one Premier League game this season. Richarlison's injured. Basuma's suspended. Benson Core's injured. So you're thinking if I'm going a double pivot of Ollie, Skip, and Højbjerg against Granit Xhaka, Odegaard, who I said earlier could find space in a single bed with Gemma Collins in it, and Thomas Partey, like, by the way, I've rinsed that line. I must have used that line about 15 times now. I've just absolutely murdered that line. But, like, and then you look at our bench. If we're struggling against you lot, who are we going to bring on? We don't have an attacker.
That's the same with us. We got nothing on the bench.
No, but like from an attacking perspective, at least you can bring on Vieira or Marquinhos. We don't even have an attacker. Lucas Moura is nowhere to be seen. We actually don't have an attacker. We've got 8 defenders. We don't have a
striker.
Like,
we have Eddie Nketiah. The bench ain't got a striker. Marquinhos ain't coming on at all in this game, mate. Let me just tell you that. Yeah, Fabio Vieira if he's lucky. Yeah. So what we're bringing on to change the game if we need to change it? Not a lot.
Well,
there's nothing we can bring on.
What do you think? Everyone's talking about this Mudryk guy in the chat, right? Do you like the media are pumping this hard? Like I haven't seen a transfer like around Arsenal spoken around this in a long time. Like there wasn't this much hype for Aubameyang, Lacazette, Odegaard. And there wasn't probably for Odegaard because he's everyone's boy. But everyone is talking about it. Every social media going. I went on TikTok earlier for the first time in a couple of days, and I only scrolled down for 5 seconds, and I see someone talking about Mudryk. He's not even scored 10 goals. Like fucking hell,
mad, isn't it? That's the power of Arsenal social media. Our fans are just relentless, mate. They're relentless, and listen, it is what it is. If we sign him, hopefully he does well. But I don't know, mate. To be honest. I don't know enough about him to know that he's going to be good. I don't think anyone does. The league's shit. He's probably one of the better players in the league, but at the same time, I don't really know, man. Like I don't see where he starts. But then, do you put a player of that much money on the bench? Like it's a bit of a weird one for me. I can't really get my head around it, mate. If I'm honest.
What do you think on the whole? Form goes out the window is another thing I keep seeing pumped over social media left, right, and center. Because let's be honest, you are where you are for a reason, so you should come and beating us.
Yeah, we should. Like on paper, we should batter you. And you're a slow starter, we're a quick starter, so it should be over by half time. But unfortunately, football don't work like that.
Well,
how many times have we seen the underdog come up and get a win? Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you think that we go in as huge underdogs in this game, or do you think it's just like we're underdogs because we're not playing that well? Do you think that you come to our ground?
We're the best team in the league. That ain't even debatable. We're the best team in the league. No,
you are.
Yeah, and you're not playing great. You don't play well in the first half. We fly in the first half.
All right, let me ask you something, right? Are you favourites at the Etihad?
No.
So, but if the game was at Emirates, would you say you're favourites?
I wouldn't say we're favourites, but I'd say we've got a great chance. But at their ground, nah.
I don't know, Leah. I think City aren't. I don't think the City this year is like the City of last year. Cancelo's been transfer listed.
Huh?
Cancelo has been transfer listed. Pep wants to get rid of him.
Really?
Yeah, so he's got this Rico Lewis guy, Kyle Walker, and apparently there's been a behind closed doors. Cancelo's been put on the transfer market. If you watch Pep's body language, go watch his last press. I don't know. I think he had a press conference today, but the one before, go watch it. He's static. He's normally like, "Oh, I feel, proper energy." Like Arteta, he's got energy when he's in it. He just looks static. Against Southampton, right? Who puts Kyle Walker at centre back and a back four? Who the fuck does that? Like, I don't know if they had any injuries, but he does not look. Someone said Cancelo signed a new deal, but the likes of Matt Law, I know a lot of journalists are clapped, like Ornstein and that. Matt Law is 90% of the time bang on. And he's saying that behind closed doors, there's uncertainty with Cancelo. And that's maybe why he hasn't had as much game time as he had recently. And you think weird. Cancelo starts for any team in the league?
He wouldn't get in Arsenal's team.
What, over fucking Ben White?
Not this season.
You would have Ben White over Cancelo?
On current form, yeah.
Yeah, on current form, Cancelo might not. He's not performing as well, but he might not be happy.
Well, there you go. So on current form, why am I dropping Ben White?
As a player, are you taking Ben White or Cancelo?
No. Listen, you asked me, right? And not only that, yeah. This guy, is he as good as everyone makes him out to be? This Cancelo?
I think he's good. I think he's a good player.
Yeah, he's a good player, but is he that good? Bro, every time I watch him play for Man City, he's out of position.
Well, that might be one of the reasons why Pep wants to get rid of. I think any team in the league would take Cancelo in a heartbeat. I think the only right back in the league who I would have over him is Reece James. I think Reece James is the best right back in the league. I think defensively he's great and going forward he's excellent. Whereas I look at every other right back and think, okay, they're either good at one thing, like Trent. He's good at going forward. Defensively, we might as well have Emerson Royale. Kyle Walker, pace merchant, last-ditch tackles is great. Or Dalot. Dalot's good as well. Dalot at United this season's been like completely turned around. But I don't know. I just think why would Cancelo be spoken about to be looking at selling him when if he's just signed a new contract? That's madness to me. Like, what do you think about it? But maybe
it's not true. Maybe it's just all hype coming out fucking for whatever reason. I don't know. Bro, I don't think they'll sell him. Like, let's be real. And if they do sell him, it ain't to the Premier League. He'll be going abroad. Yeah, he'll go Spain or somewhere, or Italy or something. Probably Spain.
Listen to this,
right? Barcelona or somewhere.
Wolves are set to sign Pablo Sarabia on a permanent deal.
Yeah, right? $5 million. I just see that.
We're crying out for creativity of fucking Wolves. I've just signed him.
5 million euros.
And they've bid that 30 million or 30 or 40 million euros for that get a 21-year-old Brazilian. Yet we've just broke the British record for the most money. We've got NFL deals, Lady Gaga, Guns N' Roses, and apparently we can't even afford fucking Pedro Porro for 36 million.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah, that's what we do. We got Lady Gaga's got a new deal.
Is this where you're at as a football club?
Yeah.
Oh my days. Oh my days. I've changed my mind. We're slapping you. We are slapping this football club on Sunday, people. Lady Gaga is going to be playing at White Hart Lane.
Poker Face FC. Honestly, no, she's already played there. She played in the summer.
What?
Honestly,
we're beating you. I don't even care. That's embarrassing. No, that's finito. Done. Big up Nippon, man, for the donation. He says, question for Lee and Henry. Which player do you fear the most for each team? Harry Kane, obviously, for us. What about you, mate? Thank you, Nippon. What about you, Henry?
Who do I fear the most? It's got to be Odegaard, sure. I mean, he's like the creator. I'd say from a goal perspective, Saka. But as what he can do for the team, I think Odegaard. It has to be Odegaard. But yeah, just quickly, Lady Gaga played at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in August. And she's booked to play in February. We've got no money for transfers, yet we've got Tyson Fury's next 2 fights, AJ's next 2 fights. We've got an NFL deal that generates 50 million a year, and we've got no money for fucking players. It's on the club, honestly, Lee. I have never seen a club.
The easiest way to deal with that is just don't watch the game, mate. Just every Spurs fan should just go bollocks.
Yeah, but I can't not do that. It's like a religion.
There you go then. Like, don't watch it. No, I'm not watching it.
But Lee, they're charging us. Do you know how much it is for a ticket to go watch your lot on Sunday? I mean, I've just been offered a couple of tickets on Twitter for nothing because I know someone. But someone earlier sold 2 tickets for £1,100 to watch us get spanked by you lot. £1,100.
But you never know. You might win.
Yeah, look,
Kyle
Walker is like his main asset is his pace, isn't he? He's a good defender, but he is a pace merchant.
Nah, he's better than that. He's a good defender, man.
All
I bet you weren't saying this when he played for Tottenham.
Yeah, but he was fucking mustard when he played for us.
Yeah, he's got better since he's left.
Like I look at it,
he's won more than the whole club.
Yeah, he's more decorated than Tottenham. I know he's won league titles for starters. We ain't won one since 1961. I look at Kyle Walker and in English shirts now and then. I don't know. I just don't feel. I don't feel he's the guy at right back anymore. I'd rather Reece James.
Yeah, but Reece James is always injured, man. If he can stay fit, then yeah. But he's always injured, mate. Literally.
He's just Reece James made of glass. It's mad,
really. He's such a good player as well. It's sad, really.
Yeah, look, that Lady Gaga at the stadium. It's just,
big up Sava for the donation, man. Appreciate it. Sub to Sava's channel, people. We never used to win games at the Bridge. Now we can't stop picking up 3 points. Yeah, I believe we can get something away at Spurs. Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. I think right now it's easier to win at the Bridge than our place. I know Villa have won there, but Villa have beaten us and Newcastle have beaten us. But Chelsea this season, like credit where credit's due.
Yeah, but hold on. We have beaten them. We have beaten them for the last 3 years. I think.
Fucking like
Chelsea at their ground.
Yeah, I mean the only game they turn up for every year is against us.
Well, I don't know. They did turn up for a Champions League final, Henry.
Well, yeah, but that was a few years ago now. No one cares about that.
But yeah, we've not lost at all at their ground since he's been manager.
What, since Arteta's been manager?
Yeah, we ain't lost at their ground in 3 attempts, 2 wins and a draw.
Fuck me, pandemic Pep's doing something right, isn't he?
Well, we're top of the table. I'm in the mud. The club have finally decided after 19 years to actually do what's required. And even then, we haven't fully done what's required because we ain't done the transfer window properly yet. We still haven't signed this Mudryk fella.
90 million euros, though, is a fucking lot for...
I want to read this out real quick here because this is a player that both of our clubs should have been in for. The official statement from Leandro Trossard's agent after the Belgium Stars excluded for the next game by Roberto De Zerbi. The manager humiliated Leandro in the group. He also indicated the transfer is the best solution. Listen to this. After the World Cup, there was an altercation between Leandro and a player in training over a trivial matter. Since then, the manager no longer speaks to Leandro Trossard, which is obviously not conducive to the atmosphere, or is it performance orientated. Leandro still had a starting place against Southampton and Arsenal, but against Everton, he was on the bench. It was also not included in the 5 substitutes that took place at the time without any explanation. Well, you don't need an explanation, really. Let's be real. In the run-up to the game against Middlesbrough and in the FA Cup, Leandro had already indicated twice he had a problem with his calf. This was the reason he stopped training. This was incidentally in conclusion with the medical staff, yeah? It then says, the manager told Leandro that he'd have to train separately. Last Monday, the manager humiliated him in front of the group and indicated that he had no longer wanted to see him. The manager has not communicated directly with his player for 4 weeks. Incidentally, it is also the manager who indicated several times that a transfer is the best convenient solution. It is therefore important that Brighton cooperates with the potential transfer during the transfer period and shows benevolent attitude, which is beneficial for both parties. Wow, why don't we just go and get Trossard for a quarter of the price of Mudryk?
Have you seen he's now in Qatar?
Who?
Trossard, he's in Qatar right now.
He got there quick. He was on the fucking Eurostar a couple of hours ago. It's down to fucking Belgium.
Oh, hang on. Tell a lie. I'm chatting shit. He says before Leandro left for Qatar, Brighton's intention was to have Leandro sign on. So this is all happening because they've triggered that extra year, innit? This is all what triggered everything.
Yeah, they triggered the extra year on his contract. He obviously didn't want to be there. He's kicked off. Yeah, and the managers basically told him, well, we don't want you, get out. Yeah, so now they've triggered that extra year. They're going to get more money for him.
apparently all these ITKs, all the in the knows, all these transfer gurus that are really 15-year-olds in their basements with their computers are saying that we're going to sign him. Tottenham are monitoring, looking, watching, observing. How about start fucking doing and go and buy the player?
Right, this is a great comment. Big up, Jez, yeah? Are Spurs fans falling for the same bollocks that we did, where we can't buy players because we have to pay off a stadium?
He's right. He's categorically spot on. The only difference is, I will say, and Lee Judge said this to me the other day, and it is quite hard to argue the fact. Since we moved into that stadium, right, we haven't sold Harry Kane or Son yet, or Romero or Kulu. In the whole time frame you did it, Fabregas, Nazari, Adebayor, Clichy, a lot of your players have gone, but at the same time, you're competing. And I don't agree with most of what Lee Judge has said, but we haven't sold Kane or Son yet, and I'm surprised we've managed to hold on to them. Because let's be real, Kane wanted that City move. City wanted Kane, but Daniel Levy was like, I'm the man round here. You ain't going. Do you think if Arsenal would have done something like that similar, if I don't know who, Kroenke didn't have full control of the club then, did he? He only had half. So back then, when you had the likes of Van Persie go,
I think he had 60 odd %.
Yeah, so back then, maybe if you would have kept Van Persie, Fabregas,
maybe back then he only had 30%, 33%, something like that, 34.
So who did he buy that share off, like the rest of the shares?
Usmanov.
So has he got no share in the club at all now? It's just the Kroenkes?
Yeah, they're full owners of the club. Full owners.
And they've got the LA Rams.
Full owners, we've spent more money than any club on the planet. Well, maybe not now. Maybe Man United have overtook us. But if we sign this Mudryk guy, and I think
or
we're
Chelsea.
about level United.
Chelsea, that Todd Bowley spent some dough, hasn't he?
I don't know. Yeah, but we've done quite a lot of money. They've been full owners for 4 years now, 5 years, 4 or 5 years.
Todd Bowley's been owner 5 fucking minutes.
and already done more money than we've done with Arteta. It's crazy, isn't it?
It's madness.
It's actually crazy. But yeah, big up to everyone watching, man. There's 350 in the building. Make sure you sub to Henry's channel. It's in the title. Make sure you sub to me. I'll be doing a watch along for the Villa Leeds game on the second channel in about an hour. I'll be live on that. So we get to see a bit of good evening tonight, Unai. I think they'll beat Leeds as well, to be fair. But yeah, man, it's a bit mad. This transfer window's just peeing me off, bro. I can't lie. It's just long. It's just long.
13 days in, we ain't signed no one.
Both of our clubs have done nothing so far.
But at least you've put a couple of bids in and showed some ambition on trying to sign this player. It might not be everyone's cup of tea. We're not doing anything, Lee. Like, we're 13, we're nearly halfway through the window now, and we're not doing anything. We're not, like, right now, easy business. You go bring Wilfried Zaha in, you go bring Trossard in, you go get Anderson from Crystal Palace. Two of them, one of them's got 6 months left in his contract, right? Not being horrible to those 3 clubs, Brighton, Palace, and Palace, but for both of them players, it's a step up to go to Tottenham. You're going to play in Europe. Anderson, I think, is quality, and I think he would jump straight in our back line. Wilfried Zaha, he gets you an edge of your seat, he excites you. He might not be everyone's cup of tea because of his attitude, but he gets you on the edge of your seat at times. And then Leandro Trossard, at the moment we've got no fucking bench. Like,
yeah, it's mad. The amount of money both our clubs earn as well. So not even go out there and buy anyone yet. Like, yeah, we're putting bids in, but we're putting bids in that are just like on a player that plays in a fucking part-time league. Like, the players are part-time. It's mad.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. He's either got to be...
That's got to be a record signing out of that league, surely.
100%. He's either got to be a seriously good player, or what the fuck is that all about? Because if he turns out like Pepe, then I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, but bro, if he was a serious like top tier footballer, then number one, he would have broke into the Shakhtar team when he was 18. Yeah, not when he was 21. Right? And number two, every single top club on the planet would be queuing up to sign him. Look at Endrick. Endrick's 16, bro. There was 20 clubs in for him. Yeah? We're the only club in for this guy. Is everyone fucking like, oh my God, no. Oh shit. Arsenal are about to sign him. We better go in and bid. Well, nobody's doing that, are they? And we're not the only club on the planet
gonna...
that know about Mudryk. Let's be real. Everybody on the planet knows about Mudryk. Yeah, Arsenal would have known about Mudryk when he probably was 18. Same as Real Madrid and all these other clubs. They would know who this kid is. And if they didn't, they do now. And not one of these clubs is coming in.
I think, like, I'm not one of these people that will watch a compilation and think, oh, do you know what? He's mustard. Because if you put Eric Dyer's clips together, he'd look a good player.
Hey, Sava, big up to you, bro. You said he's different gravy, yeah? In what way? Like, what do you mean? Let me send you the link, yeah? Drop your email address and I'll send you a link. I'm going to do about another 5-10 minutes, mate, and I'm off, yeah? Come on and enlighten us, because I know you've watched him, so come on and enlighten us, man. Drop your email in and I'll send you the link. Smash the likes up, people.
Or I can just send it to him now if you want.
Yeah. You do that. Yeah, you got his digits, innit? It'd be easier. Oh, my fucking back is killing me. I need to get a proper gaming chair, man. Sitting on this wooden chair for 6 hours a day. My ass is dead. Gill is clear.
Brian Hill ain't worth a fucking...
He's played all right in the game against Palace.
He got 1 assist and everyone had their flipping...
He played all right, man. He did all right.
Yeah, he did all right, but like, fuck me, we need to... I don't know what's worse, our fan base or yours. Just quickly, Richarlison could be in the squad for Sunday. Conte's doing that. Oh, you know, when Harry Kane gets an injury a couple of days before, and then I'm
surprised we haven't had Kane injury scare news yet, because normally we get that one, don't we? Do you remember when he fucking had the mask on and fucking all of that bollocks?
Mate, the Sport Bible. Right, so let's be real. This season, Saka has been far better than Kulusevski, right? And rightly so, because he's played more games. But Kulusevski's had 16 goal contributions in his first 28 games. People talk about him like he's fucking Ashley Young.
Here he is. He's decent. Here he is. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right. I promised myself I was not going to do any streaming until tonight for obvious reasons. But here I am.
There you go. You've been baited out, mate. Tell me. Enlighten the Arsenal community on Mudryk, bro. Tell us what we're in for.
Do you know what, right? Somebody... It's only the last sort of year and a half I've seen him play, but I remember someone saying to me about 3 years ago that there's this kid in Ukraine and he's different. And I don't, Henry will tell you, I don't get gassed up by players. I'm the first one that will go, oh, come on, he's done 20 minutes, he's done half an hour. The more I watch Mudryk play in the Champions League, there's something different about him. He's just got it. He's got it. His touch, his control, his dribbling with the ball, his ability to go left, to go right.
Is that because he's the big fish in a small pond? Like, for instance, like Wilfried Zaha, right? Does amazing things at Palace. He got the big move to United and he didn't excel.
Mate, listen, that's the risk with all signings, right? I mean, it is. But all I know is, Jesus, all I know is when I've seen him, I said to you, Henry, right? I said, I would love that bloke. Even before this transfer window, I would love that guy. A bloke that picks up the ball from deep, can beat men, drops his shoulder left, drops his shoulder right, nutmeg, scores goals. I think he looks quality. But look, that's just me. I'm a Spurs fan, starved of quality. So what do I
know? Hey, that's funny. But no, honestly, for me, I was looking into this earlier. The guy has earned 76 grand in his career. That's it. Yeah, no wonder he's got his pants around his ankles on Instagram for us. He's going to earn 127 grand in 1 week. Yeah, that's 50 grand. Yeah. 50 grand, 51 grand more than he's ever earned in his career. He's going to earn that a week at Arsenal, right? Not only that league is shit. Yeah, it is a part-time league full of bankers, builders, mechanics. It is. I'm not even lying. It's a part-time league. Yeah. So, yeah, he's obviously a level above most of the players that play. Because obviously they're doing their full-time job instead of training. It's just, I'll turn up at a week and I get a game. A bit like when you're in a Sunday league or a pub team or something. Like you'll go out there with your beer bellies and all of that and fucking have a kickabout after you've done a week's graft and that. Yeah, and then you'll go in the pub and fucking get on the beer again. Yeah. Yeah. But bro, he's had some good performances. I watched him against Celtic twice. One of my friends is a Celtic fan. Yeah, and he looked rapid. But again, Celtic, like, is that the benchmark?
No,
like,
you're right. You're right. Listen, I suppose this is the thing of anyone coming over from another country, right? And coming from a league that isn't one of the elite leagues is, can they do it? But sometimes, you know, when you just look at players and go, yeah, like you just look at a player and go, yeah, like whoever scouted, I'm going to completely murder his name. Like, is it Kvaratskhelia at Napoli?
Napoli player.
Like whoever scouted that guy, let's be fair, if we were sitting here talking about him this time last year, Lee, we'd be doing the same thing, wouldn't we? We were going, oh my God, he's come from
even Alvarez at City. No one had any idea a couple of years ago who he was. Now he's won a World Cup. But these are, how often do these sort of players come around where you think, I just think 90 million euros with the add-on is a hell of a lot of money. But it seems to be the norm now. Darwin Núñez went for 100 million.
Yeah. But it's not what you're worth, is it, lads, anymore? It's not what you're worth. It's what your club can command, right? Let's look through the history of football. It's always been that way. Harry Maguire, he's not an 80 million defender, but it was how much do Leicester want to sell him because they've got no need to. And that's the thing with Shakhtar, right? They've got no need to sell him.
The club is valued at 109 million euros, and they're selling him for 95 million euros. So overnight, they're going to basically double the net worth of the club.
If anyone seriously thinks that is good business on Arsenal's side, the only way we're going to recoup any of that fucking money, right, is if he goes on to be actually the Ukrainian Neymar. Like, real talk, how are we recouping that though?
What you'll see now is, like what we've got in the Thing of Human song, you'll see loads of Ukraine flags in the crowd for him.
Right, well,
we've got exactly the same thing.
It would not surprise me one bit, if this was just some PR signing because of what's going on. It would not surprise me, bro. This club works in mysterious ways. Yeah, the war on so-and-so. Okay, let's sign him. Yeah, trust the process. Let's go and buy a player called Austin Trusty. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, how it's only.
Did you actually do that? Did you sign a player called Trusty?
His name's Austin Trusty. He's on loan at Birmingham, bro. Austin Trusty. And now we're going to buy a player that's got mud in his surname.
Lee, doesn't this fall into that bracket, though, that look, if he turns out to be brilliant, right, within 5 games, the whole of the internet's going to be blowing up, going, oh my God, Arteta's a genius and Arsenal are geniuses. And oh my God, he's going to be winning Ballon d'Ors. And that's football fans, right? It's if it works immediately, he's a god. If it doesn't work in 5 games, it's going to be, see, he's in the mud, he's terrible.
I think it will be similar.
The headlines write themselves, mate, because he's got mud in his surname there.
For sure.
So the headlines are going to be Arsenal in the mud over Mudryk. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like Rant said this earlier, He said that the guy could be sitting there working so hard because he's only ever earned 76,000 euros in his life, so now he's going to earn a fucking shit ton of money, and he could come in and it could all go to his head and he could be fucking useless. Or the guy could come in and say, "Yo, well, I've secured my future, I've secured my family for the rest of our lives. Yeah, now let's show the world what I can do."
What do you think when all the papers? All the papers are saying, "Oh, but Zinchenko," and a certain YouTuber was like, Zinchenko is going to put his arm around him and everything's going to be all right. I'm like, it's a bit more than that.
Bro, I see, the super fan channel. Somebody sent me the clip. Yeah. And I don't watch that channel for obvious reasons, but the leader of that channel saying, he will be fine. Zinchenko's here. Yeah, he'll bed in comfortably. Okay, well, when Zinchenko goes home to his wife, then what?
He goes around for
in the bed and the little one said, like one of them ones. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, are they going to adopt him? Like, what's going on here? Like, on that basis, we might as well go and sign Tielemans just so we can get the best out of Sambi Lokonga.
Yeah,
they're both Belgian. You know what I'm saying?
The money's ridiculous. We know the money's ridiculous. It is with most transfers nowadays. I can only say I liked him when I saw him. What I've seen of him in the Champions League. It's a tough one, right? Because I don't want to be a hypocrite in terms of what I say about Spurs, i.e., when we're talking to Henry about, would you like Trossard? I always say, yeah, I like Trossard, but he's not what we need.
Yeah, we need.
Whereas I think Arsenal have got a bit more of a settled 11. You've got the players in the positions. You now need to build out. And I think he gives you great option in terms of if you've got him, Martinelli, Saka, Odegaard, get Jesus fit and Ketia starting to score some goals, you start to now have some real options. The money, I've never been one to care about the money. It's not my money, right? I don't care. But listen, each to their own. You watch the Arsenal fans. You watch. Lee, I'll tell you what, we'll do a stream in a month. You'll be going, Sava, you were right. He's amazing. He's brilliant. I'll take you out for a Ukrainian. Yeah, I can see it now.
My landlady's Ukrainian, yeah? Right. And they came today with a new mattress and that for my bed, right? And these two big Ukrainian lads came in with her, right? And she's tall anyway. She's like 6'3", like, wow, stunning, yeah? But these two lads, they were huge.
Sure that ain't three geezers, mate.
Right? she came in, and I said to him, because I was waiting to do the stream, I had to keep nudging it back. I said to him, do you know who Mikhailo Mudryk is? And they went, no, I don't know. And then I was explaining he plays for Shakhtar. And they went, well, we know Shakhtar, but we don't know who this kid is.
Oh, okay.
We've heard of Shakhtar. Yeah, so at that point, inside I was creasing, man.
I'll tell you what. Do you know what? It's a shame. I say a shame for you guys that you didn't buy him in time for the North London derby, so you could have seen him run at Emerson Royal. That would have got him off to a great start.
Don't worry, mate. We've got Martinelli for that.
I know. I know.
Did any of you see Emerson Royale was playing five-a-side last night?
Yeah.
He's playing a five-a-side tournament. We got fucking North London derby in 3 days.
Yeah.
Circus. Honestly, it's an absolute circus. It really is.
That's crazy. All right, listen, I'm going to wrap this up in a second, lads. Here, Henry, give us your final prediction, man. Have you changed your mind, or are you going to stick with your prediction?
I'm doing a Turkish. I'm on the fence. No, do you know what? I'm going to go 2-1 for some. Don't know what's going in my deluded brain, but we're going to win 2-1. I don't know. Let's be honest. We're probably not going to win 2-1. And we're probably going to get shafted. But I don't know why. I think we're going to win 2-1. It's either going to go 2-1 or you're going to win 3-0. I think if we can somehow start for actually have a decent first half, we might do all right. But we won't be able to live with your intensity. The way you press teams. The way the build-up plays so fast, the way you can counter-attack off set pieces, we won't be able to deal with Odegaard. My problem is, right, if Basuma's out, and it's going to be Papa Matassar or Oliver Skip and Højbjerg, straight away, it's a 2 against the 3. And in that 3, you've got Odegaard who can pick a pass. You've got runners. It's either going to be 2-1 Tottenham or we're going to lose 3-0.
What about you, Sava?
Somehow we're going to, yeah.
I've said all week 3-1 to Arsenal, and I get called out for it by Spurs fans. But listen, we start games so badly. We start games so slowly, and even if we don't, we won't have any of the football. We won't see any of the football. You guys will have all the football. The problem I think we'll have as well is all the fans desperately want to see Kulu back in or Bentancur. I don't think Bentancur is going to make it, but Kulu. You're talking about a team now that's probably playing the best football in the league at the moment, that move the ball, high energy, and we're going to be putting players out there that haven't played football for nearly a month because they're our best players. And it's a mess. It's a mess. If you boys win 3-1, I won't even be upset from the point of view that I'm expecting it. I'll be upset because it's the North London derby, but I can't see how we beat you, Lee. I can't see what we do that worries you.
It's all on Harry Kane, isn't it? That's
Harry
the
Kane
main
FC, mate. That's the problem, isn't it? And the thing is, he's such an intelligent footballer. He will draw fouls, free kicks, penalties. He'll score 100%. He will score. He always scores. That's why he's the top goal scorer in this fixture. And he does bring other players into play, and he'll be desperate to look for an idiot in this game. Kenny said this the other day. And we've got plenty of idiots that can step up, bro. Like, although they've been pretty much flawless all season, Gabriel could do it. Xhaka could do it. Even Saliba could do it. He done it against West Ham the other day. Like, you invite these players onto you, bang, chop you in half, penalty.
Yeah.
And I think that both of our benches are shocking, which is
the thing
why
is,
I think that if the starting 11s don't do it, I think both of our managers are brick it and just take a draw.
I can't see how we get the ball to Harry Kane. That's how bad we are, Lee, now, right? So I'm not a biased Spurs fan, as anyone will tell you. our link-up play, our build-up play is non-existent. Our goals come from if we get a counter-attack, right? And even that this year, Henry, isn't it, has gone completely down the toilet. Listen, I'll take a draw. If you offer me a draw right now, I am taking
a draw.
right now. And that's at home. And this is the team, Henry. Just remember, I'll say this right now on an Arsenal stream, right? This is the team that 90% of our fan base turned around in the summer and said, we've got a better squad than them. We've made better summer signings than them. We've got a better manager than them. And they're in our rearview mirror. And now look at it. Now all the Spurs fans going, oh, but Arteta was backed. Conte wasn't.
You know the difference? Arsenal, and this is a fact, are coached better than us.
I agree.
Arsenal, look at Ben White. Ben White, everyone was going, fucking hell, North London is Ben White, 50 million for a seaside Eric Dyer, including myself.
Yeah.
And now look at him. He looks a different. Look at Granit Xhaka. He's gone from throwing the armband on the floor to being everyone's top guy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I don't know.
We just accepted it. Can you see it, Lee, in our faces? Everyone's like, yeah, Spurs. It's like there's no fight there. There's no enjoyment. There's no enjoyment
in your voices. You're resigned to the fact that we are going to win.
Even if we scrape a win, we just so you watch all the Arsenal fans tomorrow. Take your Spurs Arsenal hats off. Just watch us tomorrow. Watch how poor we are at everything. Like, we can't defend. There's no shape to make us hard to beat. When we get the ball, there's no patterns of play, no triangles, no moving across the pitch to get. It's just get the ball into Harry Kane and hope that Harry Kane does a defense splitting pass or grabs a goal. That is Tottenham Hotspur. That's why half the Spurs fan base hate me, because the
don't
truth
worry about that, mate.
is
Fucking
not
half
welcome.
the Arsenal fan base want to knife me in my sleep. Somebody rocks up on the fucking beach in Marbella the other day with no fucking head and arms, mate. You know what I mean?
What do you think on the likes of the United City game? I know we touched on it earlier, but do you think
City will beat them?
If United do beat, I've said United. I think United will win that. They beat Liverpool at home, beat us, they beat you lot. I think they'll do them. And I cannot believe that there's reports going around that Cancelo wants out of City. I can't believe that. But I think if United beat us, beat you, City, and we beat you, everyone will be talking about, are United in a title race?
Listen, they will be. If you beat us and they beat City, they're in a title race.
Because then we're talking what, a few points off.
They had where they were getting pumped. Yeah, but as soon as they brought Casemiro in, mate, that's changed their whole team.
Oh, class act.
And that just shows one player can fucking totally change your team, especially in midfield. And that's why we need another midfielder. You need midfielders. Chelsea need midfielders. There's a lot of teams out there that are looking for midfielders, but the problem is the prices are just ridiculous, mate. 120 for Enzo. Like, get in the bin. He wasn't even the best young player at the World Cup. How he won that is a madness.
Yeah. It's I mean, when you look at it as well, not only did they bring in Casemiro, but sticking Eriksen next to him, the experience between those two guys to control a game. And I think a lot of people over here, only in my opinion, a lot of people over here, when Casemiro signed, I don't think they'd actually seen him. I think they see a few Champions League games and say, this is all he can do. He's a destroyer. He's so much more than that. He's very comfortable on the ball. His passing is very good. And he brings, let's be fair, if he walks through your changing room, Lee, right? He walks through your changing room, you go, oh, that's Casemiro. He's won everything multiple times. The younger players listen. But I agree with, I heard you say this on your stream earlier, Lee, on the stream of Henry. I think the fact that City were beaten and embarrassed by Southampton, I think they're going to come out and Pep will make them put on a show.
This game suits United to a T. They're going to have 35%, 40% possession, right? And they're going to counter with Anthony Martial and Rashford. Did you see Pep's press conference before and after the City game? Because let's be honest, the reason they lost because Pep's selection was shit. He cost them that game. Kyle Walker in a centre back and a back four. Palmer was playing right-sided centre mid. Like you're in a competition that you've won 4 out of the last 6 years, mate. Haaland's played 4 games in the last 8 weeks. He can play twice in a week. I think
he's been rested 2 games in a row. He's going to be firing, mate.
Yeah, but I just can't see for some. I'm one of the most deluded fans on the planet. I know that, but I just think United will turn. They've got to be fucking buzzing, right? They're in a League Cup semi-final. Everything's going hunky-dory. They haven't really got a number 9. I just think United will win, and I think Rashford's going to tear him to shreds.
I think the thing is, Henry, you've got to look at this. No matter what Pep did by playing Kyle Walker at centre half, this isn't why they lost. They lost because that was the most lethargic I've seen them going forward in a very long time.
Why are they lethargic?
But it was nothing to do with Kyle Walker being at the back, was it? They have so much.
Like he sets the team out. He's play style. He's the one who takes responsibility for that.
Mate, absolutely. Of course, every manager does. But look, City are human. I think the funny thing is, right, this is what I love about the whole Pep Guardiola debate. The moment City could win 30 games in a row, right? The moment City lose a game, it's Fraudiola, Pep's terror. I'm not saying you're saying
he's a fraud. I just think his team selection cost him that game.
Yeah, I just think they looked lethargic. It didn't look like Man City. To be fair, they did that in the first half against Chelsea in the league game. They did that against Chelsea as well, where he looked like he was trying new things in the first half. It didn't work. He went back to type in the second half, and they battered them. They were all over them. But they're human, right? They're not going to win every game.
He left Mahrez, De Bruyne, Rodri, Haaland, and Bernardo Silva on the bench to play to be starting against Man United. But he played a midfield of Gundogan, Phillips, and Palmer.
Yep.
And they got fucking.
He played Foden on the right. He's useless on the right.
Yeah, he needs to come off the left.
He's a number 10, mate. Or an 8.5. Yeah,
he said it, didn't he, Lee? He said it. Yeah. He said, I want to play. I see him as I think he'll move into that position. I think Bernardo Silva
when Bernardo goes, as soon as they go, they'll get a couple of wingers in, and then because Mahrez is 31 now. Yeah, like as much as I love him, he ain't going to be going around forever. He's got maybe 2 years max. Maybe they'll get rid of him in the summer. Yeah, albeit he is still their top goal scorer in the last 2.5 seasons, by the way.
He doesn't like Asian players, does he? As soon as they get to like 31, 32.
Yeah, but this is the thing. This is how elite football clubs work, Henry. Look at Barcelona, yeah? Right? They signed Rafinha after nabbing him off us and Chelsea. They want him gone already. Yeah, they're like, nah, fuck that. See you later. How many times has Alvaro Morata signed for a football club and within a year they've gone bollocks your shit? Yeah, mate, there's something dodgy with him.
Looked at Joe.
I swear there's something dodgy with that. That is round envelopes, backhanders, the lot, mate. Yeah, he is just basically a money laundering service. Yeah, all day long. Like, how many times that guy can sell for 50+ million?
See you later, Joe Hart.
He's back at Atleti. He's back at Atleti now.
He's played for everyone, hasn't he? I feel like
he's Chelsea fucking off. Has he played for Real Madrid?
Hang on.
Yep.
I don't think he has played for Real Madrid.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, he has. He played for Real Madrid.
I'm
sure he has.
Hang on. Gundogan, he's not 33, is he? Surely.
Yeah. Yeah, Gundogan's ancient, bro. Yeah, Alvaro has played for Real Madrid, Chelsea, Juve, and Atleti.
If Pep don't want a player, he moved. Look at Leroy Sané. He didn't want him, moves him on.
I think that was Pep wanted him, but Leroy Sané wanted first in football, and he couldn't guarantee that. Because when he left, he was like, "It's sad to see him go. I don't want him to go." But to be fair, Leroy Sané,
fuck, I've got rid of him, is he?
I don't really see him as a Pep player in terms of Pep doesn't tend to play with too many that are just out and out pace. Do you know what I mean? Look, we all know in here, right? He could let go of Bernardo Silva and Gundogan in this window and Mahrez. He'll go and find one or two that we know, one that we've never heard of in Spain at some team, Argentina somewhere. He'll come in and there'll be a Pep Guardiola type player. But what I love about it is this man can win trophy after trophy after trophy. The moment they lose a game, it is, oh my God, they're dead. They're in trouble. They're the only
He's got so much credit in the bank, isn't he? It's because we're so used to seeing him win. It's like, oh, something's clearly gone wrong. I can see in the summer Man City going and getting McAllister.
Yeah, for sure. That's a Pep player.
I think they'd have a three of De Bruyne, Rodri, and McAllister. I think Silva might
They
go.
need to get rid of Phillips. Calvin Phillips, mate. Why he went there in the first place? Why Pep wanted him? Yeah. He fully fell into he's got a funky haircut. I'm signing him. Like one of them ones. Like, you know what football fans are like now? If they've got a funky barnet and they run around quick, yeah.
Or tattoos.
Yeah, and a few tattoos, have nice drip and all that. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, then they'll sign him. But he should never be at Man City. He was lucky he was at fucking Leeds. He is bang average, that Calvin Phillips. But because he snap into a tackle, yeah, everyone, oh yeah, he's a proper Brexit baller, mate. Proper.
We had this chat yesterday, Henry. We had this chat last night, mate, didn't we? We said Calvin Phillips would have worked in
our system. It'd be good
in our system. If it is a system with Conte ball, it would have worked. When the drop off from Rodri, who controls every Man City game, to Calvin Phillips, who is not that player, it is huge to see. It is massive to see. But hey, listen, I think he's got so much, as you said, he's got so much credit in the bank. If they lose the League Cup, let's be fair, Pep's not going to be worried. Do you know what I mean?
Do you ever think they'll go to a formation where Alvarez is playing next to Haaland, or Alvarez comes out wide?
Out wide, definitely, because he did that in the World Cup. Yeah, but the thing is, like, his crossing's not good enough to play wide. But then I suppose, like most people in the Premier League, they're crossing shit. How many players in the Premier League can actually wide positions cross a ball properly?
So true.
Nowadays they just cut in, don't they? They cut in and shoot.
It's percentages now. It's like, how many times do you see your players go down the wing, right? Son will do it, Kulusevski will do it, your fullbacks will do it, and they've got a player 1 yard away from them. Impossible to get the ball round them, right? And whip it back. And all they're doing is trying to hit it off him to get a corner. And now you get your big boys up there. It is so fucking shit to watch, mate. Yeah. The only people that can cross the ball in this league, Trent, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Bernardo, Robertson,
well.
Cancelo, Tierney. Yeah, I'm kind of struggling after that. Kane can cross the ball. Yeah, we're kind of struggling. What's the boy at Southampton?
James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, he can cross the ball. There's not many though. Like out of all the hundreds of players in the Premier League, we could probably manage to get 25 that can officially. Reece James, there's another one, officially consistently cross a ball properly.
The thing, I think, I don't know how old you are, but look, I'm 40 now, man. Right?
I'm old.
Okay, right. I'm the same age as you, right? I remember growing up, and even up until maybe 10 years ago, most pros could cross a ball. Like, I don't know if it was the era of 4-4-2, but wingers could cross a ball. They could whip it in. Now you see so many corners that hit the first man. So many people who cross the ball, as you said, whack the first man. And it's so frustrating. These people are paid so well. How are these managers not getting these people out on the training ground hour after hour after hour going, right, all we're doing is whipping balls in. That's all we're doing.
Games evolved, doesn't it? They'd rather cut in and pull the trigger and have a shot. Like
True.
Players like Son and Salah and Mahrez, Robin. You know, how often, like nowadays, they just go, right, let's just cut. Like when Mahrez is on the ball, 9 times out of 10 he's going to cut in it with his left peg. He don't think about whipping it in for Haaland. He'd rather get a goal.
Yeah, guys, I really do need to shoot. I've got a lot of
I need to go as well. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
No, thanks. Anytime, just give me a shout. But much love.
Sweet, man. Yeah,
thank you.
Take care, man. Have a nice weekend, mate.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Listen, I'm going to have to wrap this up as well. Unfortunately, I've got to cancel the watch along, which has pissed me off because I was looking forward to doing it. But I have to go and pick somebody up from fucking Marbella, which is a pain in the ass.
Mate.
Yeah.
Port Vanus.
Well, it's a little bit further on from that. Further, yeah, it's about a 40-minute. Well, maybe about a 40-minute drive. It's Estepona, so it's about 35, 40 minutes.
Oh, right,
so, I'm fucking fuming as well because I really wanted to watch that fucking game. So I ain't even going to be back in time to watch the game. So yeah, apologies. I'm fucking pissed off, man. It just gets sprung on me now, and the thing is, I can't get out of it either. So it is what it is. But yeah, listen, I'm going to stick with my 2-2. You're saying you're going to win. I forced you into it, and
yeah, I'm saying 2-1. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Nah, listen, if we could get. Yeah, it could be a seriously bad L, but for some blue reason, I think it's going to be 2-2, 2-1.
We got everyone exactly right as well. NXT chest height bullet crosses. That's all they do. That is all they do, because then it'll bounce off the hip. They'll put their leg out, it'll bounce off, throw in corner or back to them. It's fucking shit to watch, man. Robin was different gravy. You're right. But listen, man, what you got coming up? You got anything coming up tonight or tomorrow?
Could probably put a transfer video out tomorrow. Then obviously watch along Sunday. Then instant match reaction. Then do you want me to jump on and do a fan cam or anything?
Yeah. Come
Sunday.
on for a fan cam, man. Yeah, that'd be sick.
And then Sunday,
make sure you ain't... Oh no, you didn't hide last time, did you? It was fucking. Was it you?
No, I was in Amsterdam and I had no signal. My
that
video
was it. Yeah, you had no signal, but you could take a selfie at Ajax's stadium. Yeah, I remember now. Fucking yeah, don't think I ain't forgotten that. Yeah. Oh, I've got no signal. Yeah, but you uploaded a picture on your Instagram at Ajax's stadium. You bottle job, just like your team. Yeah, tapping.
No, I think the signal was breaking up there. I think the signal was breaking up.
Tapping Tobes giving it the big un. Yeah, who else was there? Fucking Expressions. Fucking disappeared as well. You all disappear on North London Derby Day, although that was at our ground. So let's see what happens this weekend, man. I'm looking forward to it. Man said, is it the bunny pickup? I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble, and I don't want to be in big trouble. But no, big up to everybody in this chat, man. You lot always ride or die as always. Yeah, I love all of you lot, man. And I'll be back again tomorrow morning with a transfer video. Probably around, well, I might even drop it at 4:30 in the morning. I've been getting good traction on the ones at 4:30 in the morning. So I might drop it at 4:30. It might come out at 1. I don't know. Just keep your eyes peeled, check the channel, keep notifications on and that. And then obviously the Manc Derby tomorrow, I'll be watching that. And I won't be doing a watch along for that. And then
what derby's that?
The Manchester Derby tomorrow.
12. Yeah, 12:30, isn't it? Oh, 1:30 your time.
Yeah, man. Man said all the cokeheads are up at 4 a.m. That's why I schedule it for 4 a.m. 4:30 a.m. Spanish time, man. Oh, but you know what? Thinking about it, it's quite a logical time to upload, because that's like what, 4:30 in Australia.
Yeah,
and it's about 10:30 at night in America. That's a good time. Like, if you look at your analytics, a lot of our subs are from them areas. So, and then you get all the English ones that are still up coming in from a night out, or they're getting up to go to work and they're watching it on the way to work. So kind of logical.
I can't imagine someone's getting in at 4 o'clock in the morning. Someone's getting home and thinking, do you know what? Let's have a look at Emirate TV ranting about how shit we are.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, look, all their mates will be sitting there going, yeah, look at this guy. He's going mad. Look at him. Yeah, they lost again.
Right, listen, it could be really fucking peak Sunday. But listen, if anyone has subscribed, I'm only 23 subs off of 8,800. If you have subscribed, big up yourself. Trying to hit 9K for the end of the month.
Yeah, come on. How many off 9K are
you? 223.
Oh, come on, man. You're pissed out by the weekend when you get pumped.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Every cloud's got a silver lining. We've just lost 4-0. I've got 9K.
Hey, listen, anyone who's not subbed to Henry's channel, make sure you do. I'll be back on there on Monday. Monday, right?
Yeah, Monday.
Oh, yes. Unless I have no signal, because I'm in Amsterdam. Listen, big up to all of you. Henry's link is in the title. Click the link, sub straight away. Unfortunately, I do have to go. I need to be there I have to be there at 9 o'clock, so I've got to go, people. We're out of it. Adios, amigos. Up the Arsenal. Come on, let's go.